Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1.
I think inspiring people to go into entrepreneurship and telling them that this competition is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You truly never know until you try. My name is Bronwyn Bridges, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Craig McLinn. We are a digital health company based out of the east coast of Canada in Newfoundland and Labrador, and my company, Craig McLinn, has created a clinical decision support tool that's able to provide real-time motion capture assessments of Parkinson's disease progression using cameras and a special software we've created in-house.
GORD is now one of the 10 million people who have been subjectively diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and is only seen once a year for follow-up, and like many others, does not have access to a movement disorder specialist, meaning he's receiving less than optimal care. The cases of Parkinson's continue to double, and we see within 20 years that number to continue to double with the aging population and lack of specialty practice, with only 9% of patients actually getting access to that movement disorder specialist. So we're hoping to tackle, and if we can help one patient, then we can help the world. All right, so Eric's gonna start the test for GORD. Here you'll be able to see that he's opening and closing his hand. It's capturing a bunch of data points from his hand to be able to measure. And you'll notice that GORD is unable to open quite as far or as fast as the test carries on. So the system is actually able to capture how GORD is slowing down and how the movements become more difficult by the end.
When I was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and it was a challenging time, I needed something to focus on, and so I initially started out with the idea of the company, but I knew that I wouldn't be able to manage it myself. And I met Bronwyn through the university, and she immediately impressed me. And we started working together, and after a short time, we both formed the company together officially. And we started working on the idea of a technology that would benefit Parkinson's patients and benefit the healthcare system in general. So Bronwyn has been an exceptional team player and leader in the company, and I couldn't be anywhere near where I am personally and corporate-wise without her leading the charge. She is a super person, a great CEO, and a great friend.
Yeah. Love ya.
I think for the last 4 years, 5 years, really, this has kind of been my bread and butter in my entire life. And so I think those who know me have known that I work endless hours and don't really take that time to really rest and recuperate. And I think this past year had been a good growth learning curve of learning to trust my team and be able to offload things from my plate to be able to really bring the best version of myself to the office and to the team. And I think that's been really where my biggest area of growth over the last year is to find a little bit more, I wouldn't call it full balance, but a little bit more balance in, work and personal. I love what I do and I'll never complain about it. And I think just being able to then balance how to bring myself joy too in those off hours so that I can put my best foot forward for the team. It was definitely, upsetting to go all that way and not really be able to make it to the finals. But I think one thing I really did take away was that learning about myself a lot more personally. And so I was able to meet a wonderful group of students from across the world who I still am in touch with today. And I think I was able to learn that just because we put ourselves out there, it doesn't mean that if you've lost, you failed. And that everybody's story is different, their companies are different, the progress they're making is different. And I think when I share my story, sometimes I feel if I don't win, maybe that means my story is not good enough or the company's not good enough. But really what it has helped me do is to really grow and open up and understand that everybody's journey looks different and that my journey is unique to me. So really being able to understand what brought me here and the progress and growth I've made personally and professionally, and sharing that to just inspire others, whether you win or you don't win. I think everybody can look at you from afar and you can try and inspire so many others to take the same journey. The reason that I'm back again is one, because it's always an amazing opportunity. It's never really about the competition. I think it's about making that community and those connections that you can. I love whenever the competition is also tagged to an event, and so it's not only an opportunity to meet other student entrepreneurs, but it's also an opportunity to meet those EO members and the members that could help you scale your business or make connections and intros across the world for you. And so I'm really looking forward to being able to not just have a cohort of people that are also students, but also mentorship from really that global perspective, which is why I'm back again. I think that another reason that I really end up doing a lot of these competitions and presentations across the world is to be able to inspire females in this space to, follow their dreams and understand that it can become a reality. I am a scientist by background, not a business trained person, and I think I've been able to learn so much about myself and this ecosystem, but I think that can bring really a refreshing perspective, and we need to make sure that there are more women in STEM, but also women in STEM who then take those innovations and bring them to light. So one part of sharing my journey is that I can hopefully continue to inspire other females in space and have those young women grow up to be able to take on their field and be the best that they can be.